Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I'm going to show you how you can use MDelay multiband to create a circular delay. And you're probably thinking, what is a circular delay? And so basically, it's a delay that I think was popular in the 80s, probably was popularized by Steve Lukather. And it's a delay that's a multi-tap delay that starts from, let's say, the left, and then goes to the middle, and then it goes to the right. So basically, it's a delay that looks like it's going in a circle around your head when you listen to it. And so this can be used for like cool rhythmic effects, or it can be kind of used just like a multi-tap delay. So if it's used for like a sustaining instrument like a guitar, you usually don't even notice it's going in a circle. It's just like a cool stereo effect. But if you use it on something more percussive, you can actually hear it going around your head, and it's really cool. It's like, oh wow, that's really interesting. So let's get started. I'll show you how you can do it. And I'll even make a preset that you can download from the online exchange at the end. So here we go. We have MDelayMB right here. I'll use a guitar example later, but let's start off with these like drum examples just so you can hear it a little bit better. And so if you open up MDelayMB, it starts like this, but let's do something just like a basic thing here. So just like one band. So we can see everything here. And so we start from scratch. Probably want to turn the output down a little bit so I don't blow everyone's ears out. And we have this, and we have just one band, but we want to expand this to 3 bands. So I'm just going to right click here, make this 3 bands, and this is what we have, but now you see it's divided into frequencies, and we don't want that. So I'll right click again. You see here where it says disabled? What this will do is it'll just create 3 parallel delays. So it's like we have 3 delays in one. It won't split it by frequency. It's just now we have 3 delays. That's great. So let's start with the first delay and think, okay, what are we going to do? I'm going to set this, make sure this is set to classic mode, so that way the feedback will not affect our first delay, so I can turn the feedback all the way down. The delay time, I don't want to use this. I want to go to sync here at the bottom, and let's just do this in 8 notes, so I'll do 1/8 note. And now I want to make sure the panorama is all the way to the left. And so I'll play this first one, and it should just have an 8 note delay. Okay, fairly easy. I'll let you hear it again. Actually, let me solo this. There you go. There's our 8th note delay. Sorry, the other ones were playing too. And now let's do the exact same thing for the next one. And instead of like going and doing all the steps again, we can just click here, copy, then go into here, I'll solo and paste it. Now, only thing I'm going to change is this part here, where it's all the way to the left, change it to the right. And now here where you see count, you're wondering, what does this do? This basically, now it's at 1/8 note, now it's at 2/8 notes, which is equivalent to a quarter note. But you can do like more like this, which is, you'll see, it's useful. So let's just set this to 2. Okay, and let's hear it. Okay, that's what we want. Now, next one, 3. We'll do the same thing. Okay, now we have this, and instead of this one was to the left, this one's to the right, so this one's going to be center. Okay, we have everything there. And now let's set this to 3. So this one counts set at 1, this one is at 2, this one is at 3. So if I play this now, it should go around in a circle. Let me turn the output down, and let's hear it. There we go. So you heard it, it went around in a circle, and that's what we want. So it was simple, right? So I'll let you hear it going all the way through all of these. So that was pretty cool, but you're thinking, okay, that's fairly easy. Can we do more with that? And there is something we can do. You're probably noticing like, hey, that's cool, but there's no feedback. And if we turn the feedback up, it's not going to work. It's going to create a huge mess, which could be cool, but we wanted to keep this circular pattern. So what we're going to do here, let me move it here so it doesn't interfere with the other hits. What we're going to do is we're going to change this delay mode from parallel to serial. And you think, what does this do? So right now we're only using 1 tap, and you could say like, hey, why didn't you use this other tap for the panorama on the right and save yourself these bands? But there's a reason, trust me. So when we change this to serial, it means tap 1 is going to go into tap 2. So now we're going to turn this on. I'm going to change this to classic mode if it's not already there, which it is. And I can turn the feedback down here I'll solo this again just so we can hear it. I don't actually need to move it this time, so I'll just leave the panorama as it is just to save myself some time. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit sync. You think, oh, I do the same thing. But actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different. You see here where it says count 1? I don't want this at 1. I want it to be at 3. So that means after it's gone around 3 times 3/8 notes, I want it to repeat again, like this. So 3. So now let's hear it. It should play the original, and then an 8th note later, and then I guess what would be 4 8th notes after that. Here we go. Cool, right? And easy. So now we're going to do the same thing to the next one. Go into here, make sure it's in serial, turn the feedback down, classic, 8th note, and we're going to set this at 3 again. So for these, every single one is going to be set at 3. Let's just check it. There we go. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for the very last one. 1, 2, 3. 3. There we go. And everything looks like it's set. Oh, make sure it's on serial. I've done this before. And I was like, why isn't it working? And I had it set on parallel and accident. So don't be foolish like me. And let's check this one last time. Okay. And so now we have it. If we turn all these off, you'll hear it going around twice. So that's cool, but you're thinking, okay, what if I want to do more? So now we can just affect the feed or adjust the feedback on tap 2. So here I'll just turn this up to the defaults like this, and you'll hear it kind of go around and fade out like this. So that's really cool, and we can even turn it up more. So let's say if we make this like -6 or so for each of these. 6 and -6. Here we go. So there we go. And from here, we of course do things like adjust the filters and things. So you don't always want this kind of a rhythmic sound. And you're thinking, okay, this kind of took a while to set up. You don't want to do this every time. So what I did to help you is I actually made a preset, which I will upload. So if we look in here, let's say circular delay, like this. So here we have it. Everything's set up. We have this. Let's set it at 50. Have the output gain, which I'm going to turn way down. And we have the feedback here. And in this case, we have the speed slower, so it's in quarter notes. Like that. And we can change it from clockwise to counterclockwise, etc. Which is cool. Of course, you can change the speed like this, so I can do it really fast here. Change the high cut like this, the low cut. Increase the feedback easily. So, see, there's all sorts of things we can do with that, and that's really useful, because like, okay, this only takes like a few seconds to set up, but I even did one that's a little bit more complicated. This is 5. I don't know why I call this 5 rings. Maybe I'm obsessed with Miyamoto Musashi, but that's besides the point. Here we go. So you have the exact same thing here, and we have it quarter notes here, so I'll let you hear this counterclockwise. Okay, but not only do we have clockwise and counterclockwise, we have, or I made some ones that go wider like this. So in that case, it's not like a perfect circle. It's kind of going like from narrow delays to wider delays in stereo field, or this spread where it's more random. And that's really cool, especially if you make it faster, like 16th notes like this. So that's really cool if I do this in order like this. And I think even better is if you use it on guitar. So let's turn it down. Don't want it too wet, but let's turn the high cut off here. So you can use this as a guitar preset for like something like a lead guitar. So something like this. So you get that spread out sound. It's almost like a reverb, but a little bit different. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll try to, upload these to the preset exchange. So if you like these, you can use these. And these are much easier than setting it up yourself. And shout out to Leon Todd, because he's the one that kind of gave me the idea for this. He has a great channel on all sorts of guitar stuff. And he showed how to do this using hardware, but I'm cheap and I don't have much money. So I wanted to do this with software. So hopefully this gave you some ideas and interesting things you can do with multi-tap delays and interesting things you can do with MDelayMB. But if you like this, give me a thumbs up, leave me any comments down below, and until next time, see you.